Hi guys, and welcome back to another Work No Game video. Today's video is dedicated to Conquest, and before we do that, let's jump right into menu. Then menu, go into notice, and then in notice, jump into Colosseum monthly rewards. Now we will be getting daily rewards for participating in Colosseum. So this is for the month of September. These are the rewards that we're going to get. In summary, we're going to get 100 Twilight Crystals in total for the month of September. And the monthly bonuses are subject to change, so they can, change them as they please. There are currently no notifications to alert players, so pretty much there's no way of indicating that you got the rewards other than checking your presence box. So, and the time is pretty much calculated at 5 UTC, or pretty much that's the reset time for JST, just for, awareness and everything. So that's going to be a welcome bonus, 100 Twilight Crystals for participating 25 times within the month. So this helps us cover like leap years or any weird months where, they don't have 30 days or 28 days in them. So let's jump right into the Conquest. And we already know that, if you go here into the Heart of Sandstorm event, that it's going to be dropping the pretty much Blackstone armor. So we already know that for the most part. The thing that I want to talk about the most is the bosses, right? So if you go into menu, you go into Conquest events, you can actually see a full breakdown for all the conquests coming to us. We have been going in order for these, so we got Yormi first, Fafnir, and we're probably going to get the Orc next. And Orc and then Fenrir, which is the Dorothy one. So she's most likely to come fairly soon if they keep up with the order. They've been going in symmetrical order for the most part. And I don't think they need to deviate as far as like Conquest goes. But there are some things we have to go over. So you can see here that the Orc is very weak to magical defense. So it's highly recommended that you bring, magical defense or magic oriented attack. And if you, Google translate this, it says, Ogre will become very strong if there are 2 or more dead members among its members. So you use recovery skills, blah, blah, blah. Pretty much what it's trying to tell you is that you need to kill this dude fast, and you need to have magical attack, alright? As a DPS, you still technically have to build every single, attack type. That's just the way the DPS rolls, because there's actually a special thing where Fenrir pops up. And let's look at this really quick. This is the Orc event, right? And this is Ultima JP. And the thing that I wanted to take a look at is notice in Ultima JP that the recommended armor set is the Blackstone event or Blackstone armor we have on the right. So it's pretty much practically confirmed, this is why we're going to get this, right? So this is why I say Blackstone event. The only reason, or the Sandstorm event is only for the Blackstone armor or the Bonnie armor known in global. Now that we've talked about Ogre and essentially how you need magical attack, right, and the armor set that you need, let's talk about Fenrir. Fenrir is definitely special because he introduces something really gnarly into the game, where he makes it so that essentially on phase 3, or when he's on the last bar of his health, he makes it so that physical defense is very high and the damage done by physical skills is 1. So pretty much he negates damage for physical attacks on his last life bar. That's ridiculously important, because that pretty much means you try to hit, notice that he has 3 stars on his physical defense, right? And Ogre has, 4 stars. But the thing is on the last bar, when he's immune to physical damage, you pretty much have to bring magical attack weapons. And you can go with either spear, bow, or projectile, whichever. It's different from Colosseum, because if you go into your gear and then let's say I click my Colo set and I hover over Kinase Sword, right? You have 2 different skills. You can either level up the story skill and the Colosseum skill. And notice how that my story skill is level 15, but my Colo skill is level 10. So this is what I mean by invest in your story related gear. Conquest is story related, so invest in those skills. It's completely different, and you can still run. It's recommended you run a mono grid set against bosses like this, because you take full advantage of their weaknesses. It's just something to take note of that, you know, in the future, Conquest will have it in a way where they will become immune to a certain damage type, and you'll be pretty much forced to build a certain type of damage type, right? So another one for Fenrir, when he pops up, is that we're gonna be getting this armor set. So whenever we get the golden helmet, golden armor, golden set, you know, that's going to be the time where we're gonna need to like farm, and Fenrir is going to be coming up. Notice that the skill boost is win attribute, so the replicant armor, but notice that it's also, you know, injection, which is pretty much the gunner class, blow, which is spear, and then magical book or prayer, which is pretty much tome and stabs. So pretty much, you know, be fairly aware that these things are going to be occurring. You know, Conquest bosses are going to be immune to certain damage types. And yeah, now's the time to pretty much, you know, start stacking your gear while we're in an off season to, you know, level up armor effects, level up your account, and we'll talk about leveling up our accounts in another video. I just wanted to dedicate this one to pretty much Conquest and pretty much the updates that we're getting for the Colosseum. So that's roughly it. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.